shaft. Right there. This is called a rod end bearing. That's what they call this. This is a rod end bearing. And this is actually a bearing support. I've already said that. I've already been there and done that and said that, but this is a real situation. This rod right here is called a 3/4 inch double D shaft. Now, if you look at the end there, you can see like it would be two D's put together. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, they make that like that for strength, durability, and non-slippage situation when you're using all these Borgeson joints and all this other bullshit. But when you use a rod end bearing is when you have more than two steering joints. So when you have more than two steering joints, this is a must. So your steering won't, you know, do all this shit here, see? But what the real deal is I don't know how they fucking use this. I do not know, because you can plainly see that this will not even go in this fucking hole here. All right? It's like this is metric and this is American. You see what I'm saying? It's like taking a fucking metric nut and screwing it on an American fucking bolt is what we basically got. So we won't be using this, all right, because this is a piece of shit. All right, and this is all led into a domino effect joke fucking situation here. We started out with the leak on the fucking water pump. Then we found this leak on the steering, and then, you know, now we got the distributor we had to check, and oil in the fucking blower, and it's just a situation that says, what the fuck, man? So we finally got that figured out. We're gonna get another rod end bearing and take care of that fucking problem. But I want to show you something else. And I really found this amusing and very, very extremely wrong. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking bug! Oh, motherfucking gnat. The fuck? When you are relying on your steering, yeah, this is Texas, it's getting to be summertime, and gnats are flying around and fucking with me. But anyway, using a steering rod such as this, you want it to be very strong and durable. Am I correct, everybody? Am I right here, or am I wrong? So, when you have a rod and you cut it too short, what do you do? What do you do? This is what you do. You say, you know what? Fuck it, I cut it too short, let me go get another one so I can make it longer. All right, now we're gonna make this longer because the rack that we got was different, so it has to be longer by 1 inch and 1/8. But, hold on, we're not done. I'm sorry, are you looking at that right there? Do you see what I'm doing? We're not done, hang on. Whoever put that rod together cut it this much too short. And instead of getting another rod and cutting a new rod, they went ahead and cut that much and welded it together. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious that you would really weld this together? Look at that. You can see where it's been welded. You go ahead and weld that together and rely on that to be strong enough to steer you down the road, a human being's life, inside a car like this? I cannot believe how some people are so fucking safety uncautious about shit that they would go to the extreme of welding a little piece like this on there when you got how much money in this car? At least $75,000, and you're skimping yourself on a fucking steering rod that was accidentally cut too short, so let's weld the motherfucker on. So that's making me believe that we're still gonna have to climb the ladder, and we're gonna have to check every individual rod and joint over again to make sure that we don't have that problem anywhere else. Because the steering on this thing, if the steering goes out while they're driving down the fucking highway, they'll probably end up killing themselves along the way somewhere, all right? Somewhere, something is gonna happen, and they're not gonna be lucky on that fucking day, is what's gonna happen. Okay, so now that we got that under control and I've explained it to you in fucking detail, remember the rack, remember the steering rack where we couldn't get our fittings, the proper fittings that we needed, remember that? Let's look at it and I'm gonna show you what we're talking about to bring you back in time. So we changed out our steering rack and of course the steering rack was different, but remember the fittings, we were having a hard problem trying to figure out where the fucking fittings were that we were gonna find. Well, we actually had one of them in stock. We had that one in stock right there, and that's gonna work. But when it came to the other one, the pressure side, which is the small one, the pressure side, we were fucked. We didn't have a 5/16 O-ring fitting, so what we had to do is go ahead and order a Mustang, 1978 Mustang power steering line from our local fabulous auto parts store where my friend Pete shops a lot, and get the fitting on this hose right here. We're gonna take that off and you're gonna see what we're talking about here, because this is the type of fitting we need right there. All right, there's an O-ring that goes on there and then it seals inside this fitting, which fits onto the power rack itself. So what we'll do is we will go ahead and let me get that back on there, because if we lose this little fitting, we are fucked. We are fucked in our ass, and we don't want to do that. So what we'll do is we will cut this line off right here, see? We will cut this off, and then we will take it over to Stewart Hose over there, to the hose and fitting professionals, and have them go ahead and sweat a fitting on here, a 3/8 number 6 AN fitting, you might say, so we can go ahead and adapt that to our power steering line that goes to the power steering pump. To get all this to work properly, it takes a lot of different angles and a lot of situations that says we're gonna get it to work one way or the fucking other. Have I ever done this before? Yes, I have done this before. I've done this before on Chevy trucks, for instance, that use this type of a steering box, this steering gearbox, fucking power steering box, and I've had to get power lines just like this and compensate them, cut them, and modify them to work. So this is nothing new, and this is really the only way that this is gonna fucking work properly. So basically it is now 6 o'clock at night, and it is Thursday night, 6 o'clock. I've been working on this piece of shit since 5 a.m. this morning. It's been 13 long hours. 12 hours. I took 1 hour lunch of digging around, toying around, and playing around, trying to get this thing ready to start. Is it ever gonna start for us? That's the real question. Will we ever get this thing started up, running, and possibly hear it fucking running and see it running all at the same time? I don't know. It's been 2 long fucking years that this thing's been sitting right here in this spot, all right, right there on those jack stands, and it has been sitting there. This is a permanent fixture. I have a feeling when I take those jacks off of the concrete, there might be imprints of where they were sitting. It's been sitting there so fucking long. What else can we find? What else can we do? I don't know. But I can bank on this, or should I say you can bank on this. My friend Pete ain't giving up. My friend Pete says, fuck you. I don't give a fuck how long it takes. It will be done. It's gonna be done right. And if we run into something else, then I'm gonna say, fuck you. If something else happens to the car along the way, then I'm gonna say, bitch, motherfucker, whore, cocksucker. Because that's the way I take care of my business, and I keep moving down the fucking line, getting shit done to try to get it out of the fucking shop. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. 6 o'clock Thursday fucking night. And I ain't at the bar at happy hour drinking my beer, bitch. What else can we find on this cocksucker that leaks? That's what I want to fucking know.
I don't know.
Okay, we got our blower foot filled up with some oil, so we're ready to go on the blower. All right. All right, look what we got here. Do you see that?
Yeah.
This is a fitting. This is a fitting. See, I had to buy a whole power steering hose for a 1977 Mustang. Cut the hose off for that little end right there. And then we went ahead and modified it and made that. So now we can finally hook our power steering up.
Wonderful.
I showed everybody the situation on this. This is a bad situation. I showed them where they welded that together. They cut it too short and they said, well, we'll just go ahead and weld a piece on there.
Yeah. It's crooked.
No, it's not crooked, it's a joke. But that wasn't the real problem. That was actually a problem, but the real problem is this was too little. It's in the trash now, okay?
You're lucky that it bounced up and hit me, because
Now,
I would have kicked
so
you.
what we went ahead and did is we got the right one. If I can get it in there, this won't fit because this is the piece of shit one.
So you threw the good one in the trash.
No, the good one's on the floor. It's gone.
Yeah.
So I traveled all the way downtown Dallas and got this one here. Oh, this motherfucker better fit. That actually rides like it's supposed to. You see there? You see that? That's how it's supposed to ride. It's not supposed to be pressed on. All right?
Okay.
So that's taken care of. Now what we got to do is we got to mark this off with my magic marker. Where are we at?
And don't cut it too short.
Yeah, you're right, because this is all I got. So we need to make this an inch longer. That's 13 inches. We're going to go 14 and an eighth. I can do that.
Okay. I was just trying to help you.
So we're going to go 14 and an eighth. And then I'm going to go cut that off, and then we should be able to go ahead and put the steering back together.
Well, this car has been a big, huge headache for Pete, as most of them usually are. But it's finally starting to come together, I think. He's found most of the problems, because there have been many. Hopefully, there'll be no more. And we can get it and crank it and start it and go on down to the next step. It's gonna be a beautiful engine though. It's all chromed out. Pretty cool. Hopefully Pete didn't cut the rod too short. We'll see.
Okay, so what we did, we went ahead and cut this rod here. This is a solid rod. There's no welding done on it. Do you see that?
Hopefully it's a
And I want to show everybody a little tech tip. When you're working with a situation like this right here, what you want to do is take your table grinder or hand grinder and grind that edge down where it's all rounded off. Do you know why? So it slides in and out of all the joints very easily. Where's our old piece of shit? Okay, I don't see that done on that. I don't see that done. Now, I did do this side yesterday to try to get it out of there. All right?
Let's see if we can get it back in there.
That's what I'm trying to do. All right?
I've got my fingers crossed.
Hoping to God, praying to God that it's all going to work out this time. Because we don't have time anymore to jack around. Time is not on our side like it used to be. See what I'm saying? Yeah, then we got to adjust this because look how close it is to the header. Okay. Now we also got another problem is that we're going to have to loosen this up and that joint because we got to push everything that way to get it started in here. See? And And that might be too long. Yeah, what I'm doing is I'm loosening this bearing up. There. Now, is it away from the engine now? I see, the problem we have is this won't go in there like it's supposed to. So I'm going to have to loosen these bolts off to pull this back to get that inside there.
The things you have to do to make something work.
Yeah.
Well, it's just all part of it, Pete.
Yeah, right.
It is. It is what it is. Well, I don't know why it upsets you so bad. It's just part of the
This has
job.
been a 2-day fucking job on a steering rack.
Well,
It has been a 2-month on and off job on power steering bullshit. It was a fucking week and a half right here on the water pump timing cover shit. Alright? So I'm gonna loosen these bolts off down here and loosen the rack away from the fucking frame so we can get all this crap together. Shit. Something I didn't want to fucking do. Let's see. Okay, now we're back far enough where we can get all this lined up in here. Okay, is that the right angle? No. Just like that right there. Come on, bitch. Why ain't it going in here? What the fuck? Okay, it's not lined up perfect. Okay. There it goes. Okay, now, there, right there.
Awesome.
Okay, now we can go ahead and tighten all this back up and hopefully...
Now I think Mr. Pete is happy.
Not yet. When this power steering's all hooked up and all the power lines aren't leaking and everything's working, then I'll be happy. Okay, we got a problem here. It's binding up. We gotta loosen the steering again. The fucking bearing's binding up. It's still binding up. What the hell, man? That's too long. It needs to come down. Okay. That's fucking binding up on us. Why? Why the fuck is this happening? What's wrong is that is not going in. There it is. Son of a bitch! Let's get that bearing where it goes up in there. Where's my fucking nut? Give me that big nut. Hell, man. See, all this stuff's got to go in sync. Get my fucking hand in here. There. That socket's too big. It's got to be one of these three. Not that one. Motherfucker, what the fuck, man?
Maybe it's like a different brand.
Don't be looking at my fucking...
How did you know?
by your goofy ass laugh.
Crack kills. Kicking your ass.
This ain't fucking fitting on here right. Alright, here we go. Now we can get this in here. Now don't fucking move it. I think it's gonna be a hole-in-one. Let that fall out of there.
Home run or hole in one? That's two different sports.
Is it still together?
Yeah.
That's a big fucking situation.
Crack kills.
Motherfucker, what the fuck, man?
Crack kills.
See the clearance we got now?
Yeah.
It looks like we're okay. Alright. I think we got it. Now, remember power steering lines. We were having problems with that all this time.
Leaking and stuff, yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and tighten these up.
Something just fell off.
Nothing fell off, baby.
Oh, no, I knocked the...
Yeah, that's right.
I knocked that something out.
Just concentrate on the camera. You're over here doing all this shit.
Okay, sorry.
You don't want to over tighten these. So if you over tighten them, then you really screwed up. So I'm going to take this out. See if I can find the socket that fits that. We're going to use a socket on it. It's the wrong socket. That's not it either. It's fucking metric.
Metric versus American.
Fuck, motherfucker.
Which is it?
It's got to be a fucking 19. A 21 doesn't fucking fit.
You just keep such a mess in there.
A fucking 19 won't fit.
So if you use a 20, you use a 19 and a 21.
They don't have a 20. 21, so it's 19, 21.
Why?
I don't fucking know. Ask them. It's a 13 16ths. All right, now I want you to look real close at that fitting. Do you see that?
Yeah.
That's an O-ring reversed flare, okay? All right, that's the only way that Mustang made them like this. So it's very important that you have that fitting on this rack, see? Because it's got to go to a number 6 or 3/8. Now, this is a flared, reverse flare. You see that? Okay. And then, of course, you put that on there, and then it'll seal up. And this is a 5/16 or number 5.
But it's the same type as that other one.
It's the same type. It's just the size. Yes. See, the other problem we had is the fittings on the other rack were aluminum. And when you're using this cast aluminum fitting bullshit, it's not fucking working.
Those fittings are brass, right?
No, they're not. They're steel.
Oh, they're steel.
They're hydraulic, heavy duty, hydraulic lines, steel fucking lines. Unlike fucking aluminum that they fucking had on here, that was some high-tech chrome polished bullshit. Chrome does not get you fucking home. Look at all the shit on the front of this engine. This right here is a waste of money. You can't even see it when the radiator's on there. It's a fucking joke.
Okay.
You know what? I think these are backwards.
Oh, shit.
I think this is the fucking pressure line and the other one's the return line.
Well, aren't they different sizes? So you can't
No,
mix
they're
them
not.
up?
No.
I thought one was a 6 and one was a 5.
Yeah, it is on here, not here, baby. These are the same. These are number 6s.
Ah.
I'm just saying, man. I want to make sure that this is going to be long enough in case I need to swap the lines out. More than likely, I'll have to. This is just like an AN fitting, except it's not anodized metal. It's fucking just regular old steel. If I have to swap these lines out, this ain't long enough to swap out, see? And usually on that rack, the small one is the pressure line, the big one's the return line. And what's gonna happen when we start this, if it's going backwards, the steering wheel's gonna start doing this shit, and the front end will start doing that. Just saying, my luck, okay? Did you hear that? My luck?
Yeah.
My luck is that it's gonna be fucked up and wrong. If we break that, we're fucked. How's that look?
That's great.
All right, guess what?
The steering's done.
The game is over. The only other thing that we got to do to this thing to get it running is put fucking gas in it.
Radiator.
We're not putting the radiator on yet, baby. We're not doing that.
Okay.
Why aren't we putting the radiator on?
I don't know.
Because if there's other problems, I don't want to have fucking 6 gallons of water in it and have to drain it out.
Oh, there you go.
All right? This thing's already been a massive fucking nightmare going on over here. Let's fucking get it done, okay? And start it.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
We're not doing it right now.
Oh.
We fixed all these water leaks. We had to replace the rack and pinion. We fixed the bum wrap steering. Thank God that my friend Pete was here and God was on our side. See, that was a sign from God. Because if we would have let the steering on there and the steering binded up, that cheesy ass fucking weld bullshit, where's it at? Because I told you to throw it in this box.
And I did.
I don't see it.
It's laying on the cabinet.
Because that cheesy ass fucking weld right there If that would have broke on him, it would have killed somebody. That would have killed somebody because it would have happened on the highway. Don't ever, hello, don't ever weld a steering linkage up. Steering linkages are not made to weld. Are you listening to me now, camera girl Minnie, body shop girl Minnie?
Yes, Pete.
You're the one that bought this for me. I thought I'd get it out and we'd go ahead and use it. Okay?
That was a really bad idea.
It's a fucking done situation.
Okay.
Alright?
Away.
It's time to fucking try to get it. Hello?
Put that away.
No.
Camera's not coming back up.
Put the camera out.
What the hell?
You're the one that bought it.
Wow, that was stupid.
You just called yourself stupid. That was real good.
Exactly.
You just called yourself stupid.
And I was.
You just
out
called
of my
yourself
mind
stupid.
with stupidity on that occasion.
All right. When we come back, we're going to go ahead and try to start this thing.
Woohoo!
I got to do a few other things to it. Clean up a few places before we put the gas in. Make sure all that's in sync. I'm thinking this fucking line right here. Look at this. Here's another cheap, inexpensive piece of shit. Do you see this?
Yeah.
Now this is designed to have a gauge on it. All right. Hopefully this gauge won't leak. And I'm thinking if it leaks, it's going to be back here.
Of course.
Okay. So if we have a leakage problem, we won't be starting the car. Then we'll have to fix that.
That's fuel.
That's a fuel line.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and get all this in gear, and hopefully everything will fucking work out.
We'll see. I'm excited. It's gonna be loud, mofo.
Now this is what I'm excited about, that this nightmare's over with. Jesus, what a fucking nightmare.
Well, nightmare number
Did I
5,
tighten that on
6,
there?
7.
Yeah, that's tight. Okay. There you go.
Or 841.
And just to let everybody know, my friend Pete had the power steering lines properly. Okay? Minnie was over there playing mind games with me and it didn't work.
What are you
That
talking
is the
about?
proper way that you hook those lines up.
Oh, well.
All right, this
yeah.
is the pressure
Hey,
line.
you're the one
This
that
is the
was-
return
you
line.
were the one
It's
that
all
was
there and it's
question.
working right.
So I told you might as well check it out first. No, you're the one that said you didn't.
All right, can we go now?
Okay, let's
Do you
go.
want to argue some more?
No, no, no.
Okay, hold on.
No,